If your taco meat isn't 100% meat, do you still want it? Today we're pulling back the foil on 5 chains you should probably skip, starting with the one that publicly lists beef that isn't all beef plus fillers for texture and cost. We'll show you the red flags former employees mention, pre-cooked components, long holding times, and reheating, and why those habits wreck taste and raise handling risks. Then we pivot to 5 chains doing it right with fresh prep, transparent sourcing, and tighter safety. By the end, you'll know exactly where your money actually buys real food. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great! Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. What turns a taco into a taco-shaped product? Let's start with the meat. When it isn't 100% meat, you get a blend built to hold, not to taste. You can spot the rest in under 30 seconds.
It's like a dream for us.
Specifically, the fried cheese and avocado. Owner and chef Tavo Hernandez
Just a little bit of seasoning.
learned everything he knows from his late mother.
I mean, I can remember this. I was a little kid having these things here.
So you only have one of these? Does that mean that each and every tortilla is made
It's hand pressed, one by one.
Hit that taco with a little onion, cilantro, and homemade salsa.
This is awesome.
But the Hawaiian taco would prove to put up a tough fight.
Nice and grilled, fresh pico. We make our own chipotle here too.
Filler-heavy meat blends, pre-cooked components, long holding with reheating, and sloppy temp control that invites cross-contamination. Low prices and speed feel great at the counter. In the kitchen, they often mean industrial shortcuts. Big batches, heat lamps, bags in hot water. Flavor goes flat, texture turns uniform, and the risk meter creeps up. Take Taco Bell. They publicly list seasoned beef at 88% beef. Fillers make up the rest. Those add-ins help the mix stay soft after reheats and stretch the cost per scoop.
Focused on the long run, and as we think about the brand, it's about the positioning of the brand and how we continue to perpetuate that positioning moving forward. We repositioned the brand actually, Jim, a few years ago, and we did that to really raise the bar in what consumers should expect from Mexican fast food restaurants. But we bring and pair that with quality and value that you would expect from a fast casual restaurant under one roof. So it's really compelling. All the fresh ingredients that we use in Del Taco restaurants each and every day. We decided to commemorate our visit here to Mad Money with a carving of our 40-pound
People on
block.
Twitter said it's cheesy, that Del Taco's cheesy, which I like.
United States limited service restaurants, 75% of all restaurant transactions in limited service come from traditional fast food restaurants, and only about 10% come from fast casual. So we want to be fishing in that large ocean and not just that small pond.
They don't make it taste better, they make it behave better. Here's why. Starches and gums act like tiny sponges. They trap water and fat so the meat looks moist long after it would normally dry out. That's how you get the same spoonable paste at 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. The complaint from former staff about taco-shaped meat tracks with how these binders work. Now let's move on to Del Taco. Refried beans start as a powder and hot water. It's fast, sure, but you lose the pop of real beans, that slight bite and the earthy aroma. What you get is a smooth, beige paste that never changes because it's designed not to. The temperature danger zone is the real kicker. Between cold and hot safe ranges, bacteria multiply. Rehydrated foods and bulk-cooked meats held too long get dull in flavor and inconsistent in texture, and the safety margin narrows if temps drift. Next layer of red flags. Frozen and reheated everything, processed cheese that stays glossy forever, and old fry oil that perfumes the line. When oil turns dark and sticky, it coats shells and meats with a stale taste that no salsa fixes.
Taco Bout It Mexican fusion is traditional Mexican food, but with a little bit of a flair.
Tacos being the talk of the town are what brought Talk About It from a food truck to a brick and mortar location.
Remember her now, by doing tortillas.
Because a tasty taco starts with a true tortilla.
So what is the takeaway? If you see pre-cooked vacuum-sealed meat, a constant steam table, and a tired salsa bar, you're paying for industrial efficiency, not real food. Now that you can spot the traps, let's talk about the chains that earn your cash with fresh prep, clean logs, and ingredients you can pronounce. If the bad ones lean on steam tables and fillers, the good ones do the opposite. You taste it in one bite. heat from a live griddle, a tortilla that still sighs steam, salsa that wakes up your tongue instead of coating it. Let's start with the pattern that wins. Fresh prep in-store. Clear sourcing you can read without squinting. Short holding windows so food doesn't sit. And staff trained to log temps like it matters because it does. Plenty of brands wave the word fresh. The truth is you can verify it. You should see raw produce getting chopped, a grill running during lunch, and discard times marked, not guessed. Chipotle puts ingredients on the record and cooks in-house. They grill proteins through the day and braise barbacoa in batches, then layer on stricter safety checks after past issues. Supplier verification and batch testing protect you from the weak link you never see, the step before the truck ever shows up.
You okay, Vic? Red scoop of beans. You get your red sauce. Seasoned beef. And then your tomatoes and your onions. And then you're going to want to fold it like this.
And that's been one of the favorites here in Manistee.
Every great chef has a great sous chef, and in a restaurant where homemade is the standard, so is tradition through the generations.
So this is my son. He's 16 years old. He's been with me for a while.
Daily prep is the real kicker. When salsa and guac are made that day, the tomatoes stay bright and the avocado stays creamy instead of dull. Smaller batch cycles and discard windows mean less reheating and lower risk. Like brewed coffee versus a pot left all afternoon. Now let's move on to Moe's. You get a salsa bar built in the morning, whole avocado guac made on site, and proteins cooked in the kitchen, not reheated from a bag. No artificial trans fats, backed by tight inspection habits that keep quality steady store to store. Cafe Rio pushes scratch work. Tortillas pressed in-house, dried beans cooked on site, rice in small batches. That fixes the mushy texture problem and cuts the need to hold food for hours. Pancheros and torchis show the same cues. Tortillas pressed per order. Real dairy queso that sets like cheese, not gel. House-made salsas and proteins cooked through the day so the line smells like food, not steam. Use the 60-second checklist. Watch the griddle, scan short ingredient lists, look for temp checks, and pick food that dies fast if it's not fresh. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like and share. Next up, we dig into the truth hiding in barbacoa. Cheap and fast often means filler meat, reheated parts, and food held too long. You can spot it in seconds and skip it. The truth is, fresh prep and tight temps change both flavor and safety. Dry steam table beef turns pasty. Small batch, slow-cooked meats hold their shape and taste like, well, meat. Like and subscribe to help us keep the spotlight on the food industry's best-kept secrets. And watch the next episode for what's really in that barbacoa. One change tonight. Start with the tortilla. If it's pressed to order, the rest usually falls into place. If not, that's your quiet signal to walk.